Kris Jenner breaks down as she reveals she's had both ovaries removed in latest episode. In an emotional revelation on this week's episode of The Kardashians, Kris Jenner shared some deeply personal and concerning medical news with her family. The 68-year-old matriarch disclosed that she needed to have both ovaries removed after doctors discovered a cyst and a small tumor. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell, so you don't miss any news about your favorite celebrities. The heartfelt moment occurred as the family was wrapping up a ski trip in Aspen. While Kylie Jenner, Kourtney Kardashian, who is still recovering from the birth of her son Rocky, and Rob Kardashian were absent, the rest of the clan gathered for their traditional peek and pit game. This ritual involves each family member sharing the high and low points of their trip. Kris, through tears, bravely opened up to her loved ones. "My peak was just being here with all of you guys, and the pit is that the rest of the family is not here," she began, before getting serious. "I wanted to tell you guys something because I hadn't told you yet, but, I went to the doctor and I had my scan, they found, and this just makes me really emotional, but, they found a cyst and like a little tumor on my ovary." Holding back tears, Kris continued, "And so I went to the doctor and Dr. A said I've got to have my ovaries taken out. And I'm just really emotional about it because they came in handy with you guys." Her emotional connection to this part of her body is evident as she added, "I'm emotional about it because that's where all my kids were conceived and that's where they were grown in my tummy, and so that's a very sacred place to me." As the gravity of her words sank in, Khloe noticed a call from Kourtney and suggested Kris share the news with her as well. Kourtney, calling from home with her 4 children, listened as Kris explained, "I'm just getting a little bit of surgery because I have a tumor on my ovaries, so they're gonna remove them." "Remove your ovaries?" Kourtney asked, to which Kris affirmed, adding, "But it's just, the emotional part for me is just having that gone." The impact of Kris's news was felt deeply by her daughters. Kim, reflecting on the situation, said in a confessional, "To have a surgery and remove your ovaries is like a really big deal. I feel really sad for her, I couldn't even imagine being in that situation and how you would feel really scared to be going through that." Trying to stay positive, Kris added at the table, "If I can get through the hip replacement, I can get through this. I'm not nervous to be put to sleep, I'm not nervous with Dr. A. She's the best doctor in the world, but then you go to do it and it's so real." Kourtney empathized, saying over the phone, "I would feel the same way," and later added in a confessional, "I totally understand how my mom is feeling because I would feel the same way. It's like your womanly power, and it doesn't mean that it's like taking away, who she is or what she's experienced, but I would feel this sentimental feeling of what it's created." Through tears, Kris admitted, "It's also a thing about getting older and it's like a sign of we're done with, part of your life, it's a whole chapter that's just closed," as Khloe reacted with, "Oh my god." Kendall too, shared her thoughts in a confessional, "I get her emotion behind it. I get that it's sad because they have brought, all her kids into the world, which is totally fair, but at the same time, what are we gonna use those for anymore? If they're potentially hurting you, let's get them out of there." As the family processed the news, Kris, overwhelmed with emotion, said, "It's so sad," while Kim embraced her, reassuring, "You're gonna be okay." Kris, trying to stay lighthearted, added, "It's the dumbest thing, but I love you guys and I just wanted you to know." Kim, ever the one to bring humor into heavy situations, suggested, "Should we have a farewell ovaries party? And we should eat everything in the shape of trailing off into laughter." Corey chimed in, "Kourtney, you have to be there," and Kourtney, still on the phone, responded, "I'll be there. Well, I love you guys and I miss you," before disconnecting the call. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments, and most importantly don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.